Greetings audience, I'm Boomstick, and today we'll be doing another product review. The Nerf Titan. A lot of people's favorites, lots of mod possibilities, lots of overall good stuff. But one of the hard things to find with a Titan is the actual rocket. There have been many different designs people have given for trying to replace these, but they seem to have mixed results. However, I seem to have stumbled on to a interesting person on eBay who makes homemade Titan rockets. I've been waiting to get my hands on an official Titan rocket so I could do this review and properly do a comparison. Now, let's open the box. As you can see, it's a decent packaging job. Now, he puts a note in all of them, which I will go ahead and read for you. Thank you for your purchase of aftermarket missiles for your Nerf Titan launcher. These can reach distances of 30 feet or more, so please use caution. They can hurt people at close distances. Be sure to pump your Titan 20 times for maximum distance. Seller assumes no liability for injury. Fascinating. Well, we're going to test those claims out today, but let's free these guys from their cardboard prison. Now, they are obviously pool noodles that have had the center board out. He's used foam for the fins as well as this ring right here, which goes on right before the head. A good bit of hot glue on the tip for extra weight, and overall a pretty nice design. I was so impressed with these rockets that I actually went out and bought a few more. Now, since these are homemade by him, they're obviously not perfect. There are a few design, I guess you could call them, flaws, but for a homemade product, I'm very happy with how they look. Let's take a minute and talk about the durability. Now, these are made out of pool noodles, so they're definitely not as durable as the foam used in the Titan rocket, which is a very nice thick foam. And as you can see, this one's been repaired and this one's been slightly mangled. This one did not get stored properly, and so it got bent out of shape. I was able to get some of the shape back just by putting it on a Titan barrel for a while. This one, on the other hand, had a hole blown in it. I was testing out one of my current things in the works, my Gobzooka with absolvers, and I pumped up my Gobzooka all the way, and instead of flying off, it just blew a hole in the rocket. Because the Titan barrel only comes to about right here. So there's about this much space where the air comes in, and if there's too much, it'll just exit right out the pool noodle, creating a hole because it's just not as durable. However, I did find that hot gluing the hole back together, wrapping it in duct tape, turned out better than I thought. I also had an issue with the fins coming off just because they're only hot glued onto these pool noodles. Again, I just super glued them back on, and only time will tell how well that will hold. But you can always re-glue it back on. They are fixable, which is a nice plus. That as soon as it's broken, it's not dead forever. Treat it basically like you would a normal Titan rocket. Lose a fin, glue it back on. Lose a head, glue it back on. Blows a hole in it, apparently hot glue and duct tape. These Titan rockets are sold by Anthony D889 on eBay. He lists them starting the auction price at $19. However, he does have a buy it now option where you can buy them for $30. I've been pretty successful at getting them for around $20 every time. He has been very fast with his shipping, and I have not had a single problem with any of his times he's shipped boxes to me. But let's get to the part that you guys really want to see. You guys want to see a firing demo and see how they compare to a stock Titan rocket. Let's go out to Boomstick in the firing demo. Alright guys, I'm here on the field ready to do a firing demo. I've got my stock Titan rocket, my stock Titan, and a bag full of homemade Titan rockets. Let's see how they do. I'm going to give each of them 20 pumps. That way they all should have the same amount of airflow. Ready? That's our stock Titan rocket. Let's try the homemade ones. Alright, let's go see what the range was. Alright, now that we've got our ranges, let's get back to Boomstick in the studio. Alright, now on to the discussion of the performance. Now the stock Titan rocket I had got about 40 feet. The blue and red, for some reason, I'm not sure if it's just because I wasn't pumping it well enough, but they were closer to the 30 foot, so it is getting the 30 feet advertised by the seller. Strangely enough, the orange and the green, the two that actually got a little bit messed up, actually got closer to the 40 foot than the red and blue. I believe they were both around the 35, 37 foot marker. Overall, they're definitely not as good as a stock Titan rocket. However, since these are being made pretty regularly, they're easy to get your hands on, and it's easy to get a lot of them. Now, when comparing them to a stock Titan rocket, they are definitely not as durable, and they don't have the same performance. However, I would actually still recommend them. At about, if you're going off of the bidding price, the starting price, they're about $10 a rocket, which can be hard to do for a Titan rocket. Titan rockets, you're getting them on eBay, you're looking at around 40 bucks for a single rocket. That's what I saw on eBay. So as far as price goes, and as far as how available they are, I still recommend them despite not being as good as a stock Titan rocket. And the seller definitely did some good work making these. Obviously they're not perfect, but they're still pretty decent. I've been pretty happy with them. I was actually able to run the orange rockets in a war once before I blew a hole in them with my Gobzooka. What it comes down to is, can you find a Titan rocket? No? Go with these guys. They definitely seem to be better made than a lot of the other Titan rockets that I've seen people make, and the seller makes them to fit onto a Titan rocket, so you don't have to worry about rebarreling your Titan so that it can fit on a poodle. These have all been bored out to fit Titan rocket barrels. So despite their drawbacks, I still give them my recommendation. I will have links in the description to the seller's page as well as the current listing at the time of making this video. Feel free to pick some up yourself. Just be careful when transporting them. Don't leave them in a hot car, and you might have to do some minor repairs on them. But again, I still like them. I still approve of them. This has been my review of Anthony D889's homemade Titan rockets. I hope to see you all in the next video, and until then, cheers.